Okay, it's working. That's good. Okay, okay, okay. Just have to. Hello?
Did we get fresh batteries in the receivers? Did we get fresh batteries in the receivers? Welcome to the 2018 CCTE Showcase. My name is Stoa, this is Tiara, and we will be your MCs for tonight. We are from Sarah High School, and tonight we will be your hosts. We would like to formally begin this year's CCTE Showcase by introducing our special guest. First up is the one who makes it possible, the director of the CCTE Showcase, Al Love.
Give it up for Al Love, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to keep it short. We have a lot of people to thank. First of all, thank you for coming out to our CCTE Showcase. This is basically the end of the year's exclamation point of all the work our students do with our industry partners to try and make sure you understand that applied learning is really what is most important for students. If I look around, I also have to acknowledge some special people that are here. I see the original CCTE director, Rob Atterbury, over by the door. Raise your hand. It was his vision to create this trade show type of environment for all of the high schools to have the opportunity to show their talents, for them to be able to show the kind of work relationship we have with our industry partners. I also see my office staff, Dean Darley, Donna Savell, I see Greg Quaren. All of these folks are key to supporting the teachers as they work with students, providing equipment, supplies, and anything necessary for them to kind of fulfill the ambition that drives their work. So let's give our teachers a hand for the time they put in. Obviously, continue applauding. Let's give our students a hand because they know that they work late into the night trying to get prepared for this one time of the year event. And we have a special guest that joined our CCTE Showcase 3 years ago. They wanted to play a role in talking about business entrepreneurship at the high school level because it seemed to be dying. So they approached us and said, is there a way that we can play a role in introducing a fresh look at business entrepreneurship and bringing our industry partners into San Diego Unified? And I said, absolutely. So with that, the Nick Cannon Foundation plugged into our CCTE Showcase and has really given us a major boost in what we do here to work with students at the high school level. And representing the Nick Cannon Foundation, I want to bring to the stage Mr. Ron Highsmith.
I don't know. I guess I will be now. Yeah. How y'all doing? Greg, my name is Ron Highsmith. I'm with the Nick Cannon Foundation. It's a great privilege to have this opportunity to speak before you again this year. This is our third annual America's Teen Mogul Competition, where we are motivating youth, exposing them to the idea that they can own their own business. We're also exposing them to career opportunities in high-demand career fields. We've been working with J.P. Morgan Chase, who've done some amazing research and identified some high-priority markets. We've integrated those industries into the business plan competition. We had an amazing response this year, had over 18 teams from around San Diego Unified in the competition. We had 5 different high schools. Anyone here from School of Creative and Performing Arts? All right. Hoover High? Okay. Kearney High? Woo. Kearney's in the house. Mission Bay High? And Madison High. Great, great. Okay, so we're excited. We're going to be having the business plan competition presentations. We did things a little different this year. We don't have the opportunity to recognize all the winners, but we have so many amazing concepts. So this year, we're going to have a 30-second elevator pitch. So all the teams, all the 18 teams in the competition will get a chance to do their elevator pitches, and then we will hear the top 5, and the judges will deliberate, and we will select the winners. And we have an all-star panel of judges with us this year. We have Ms. Nina Shaw, who's Nick Cannon's attorney. We have Lucy Burney, Dan Roberts, Mr. Odell from Chase. So we are looking forward to getting this thing kicked off. And I'm not sure who is next, Al.
You have extra time right now.
So we do have a little bit of extra time. So I'm gonna let you
That's fine.
take it over, huh?
Okay, okay. Perfect. As we go through this list of VIPs, I'm going to step back again and just share with you that San Diego Unified is the second largest district in the state. And thus, we are big when it comes down to career technical education. So we like to model how to work with our industry partners, how to make sure that when they dip their toe in the water to work with high school and middle school students, that it works well and that it's successful. And that's what this night does for our industry partners. It lets them see that, first of all, real work, rigorous work is taking place that is substantive. We're talking about students working on service-related projects. We're talking about really understanding what problem will you solve driving the work that we do in high school and middle school today. So that's an important aspect, that when you think about the schools of today, make sure that you know that innovation is really part of what high school education is about. It's about being able to apply and do something with all of the academic and the career readiness classes that you take. We're going to transition in a moment to welcome in our special business competition guest. So stand by for a moment or two, and then we'll bring you back up to the front to say hello to Nick Cannon.
Okay, wait 1 second.
right then.
Mr. V, doesn't matter what microphone they have. Yeah. Is it assigned to the camera? Yeah. Okay.
This one was assigned to
Set A. Turn it off. Remember that to mute your mic after every.
Yeah.
Okay, did we get the video script kind of flipped around?
Yes, we did. Go shoot some B-roll. NL, this is yours.
Yes. Yes, what?
How many more questions do you have left? Well, Aza forgot hers.
She has my phone. Two.
So you should probably take this one, the one that's written.
It doesn't have all of it. It has like mismatch. That's why. When I because there never are competition. They're always competition. Holly. No, I don't believe in that. And you know that. Very, very smart. Kenzie. Near Mesa High School Theater Program. Okay.
What's the order?
What's the order?
Doing them all again, so we have some time to figure this out.
Aiden, can you hear me?
I was already in the picture. Okay. Ansel wants you to wave at him so he knows. I don't know. I don't know.
Tell her to speak on the mic. Speak in the mic. Apple, what's going on? Tell her.
Where did my thing? Can I go over there? Tell her. Tell. Okay. Okay, good. What is that? Hello. Is anything being picked up? It's not muted.
Hello. Hello. Am I auditorily available? Me. Tell me when to go, my dudes. Is it working at all? Hello, guys. I'm here. Don't ignore me. Oh my gosh. Are they yelling at you? Oh, what? Dr. Karate? Hello, please. Thank you. Hello. So what I want to do is I want to like introduce their booth. I'm going to like. Hello, hello, friends. Hello. I'm here. Don't ignore me. I may be 2 feet tall, but I'm a firecracker. Nothing at all. It always happens. I am? Okay. Hi, I'm here with Mira Mesa High School, and they're presenting their production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. We're going to give them a little interview on the props and the materials that they used for their production. Our first question is, what materials are you repurposing, and what are you using them for?
So we repurposed a lot of our old wood that we had in the set shop to make these and the benches. We also use our lighting gels behind us to make these murals that we have. Old styrofoam to make the gargoyle heads, and old fabric to make gypsy costumes that we had. Besides that, that's it.
Very good. Are there any more advantages to repurposing materials other than reducing your carbon footprint?
We saved money and a lot of space in our theater this year with the reuse of old materials and the spaces we had available to us.
It's good that you guys are working to make your planet better. Cool. Am I introducing a VT? It should be off now.
Good. Can I start? James, can I start? Hi, I'm here with Morse High School, and today they've made a solar-powered charger for us, so we just want to ask them a few questions about it. So, what's your name?
Mark.
Okay. Mark, what sets this apart from a phone charger?
A phone charger, well, you gotta think about it. How many times are you out? How many times do you want to go out and you don't have enough battery life to be going for the rest of the night and the rest of the day? That's one thing that we wanted to do.
So, what does this do? Is it just that it's solar so you can always recharge it during the day?
It's about having a mobile charger that charges not just your phone, but the battery inside the case.
Oh, okay. Do you know how much it costs to manufacture and produce?
Well, I 3D printed mines, but so mostly plastic is around for any type of case, even if it's like silicone, would be around 25 or to 30, 35 bucks in factoring to make it to how it looks. And it really depends on where you're gonna like go and how much the electronics and stuff like that. But yeah.
Are you planning on mass producing them or selling them at all?
Since I want to major in computer engineering, it's one of the things that I should go into, not just for not just because I just made it for a competition or anything, just because it's helpful and is useful for most of this generation that we're stepping into.
I don't understand why
Cool.
you're in a
Thank
cage.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's pretty awesome just to see people express themselves. And it looks like something that I study in the space of criminology and freedom and all that thing. And everything from entrepreneurial to activism to artists. I'm looking forward to walking around and seeing everyone's presentation like I do each and every year. It smells amazing in here, so hopefully the culinary approach is on par as it always is. and I'm really excited to hear the business plans from our young entrepreneurs. And as we do finalize this each and every year with a ceremony to celebrate all the young people in here. So again, continue to enjoy yourself. Hopefully I get to meet and greet and take pictures and have conversations with everyone who wishes to. And we're going to continue to build with the foundation and the city of San Diego and our powerful and wonderful school district. So God bless, and let's continue to keep it going.
Are we going?
Okay, real quick, without this next gentleman, there would be no Nick Cannon. I want to take this moment to introduce Nick's father, who's going to come up for a few minutes, Mr. James Cannon.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, what I want you to really understand is that the reason that you're here today is because you are brilliant and you are intelligent. And that's the position you start out every morning. All of this is fun and we love it. But the most important thing I want you to understand is that you are brilliant and you are intelligent. Can you say that with me just real quickly, real softly? I am brilliant and intelligent. Now say it real loud for me so they can say it in the back. We're going to say, I am brilliant and intelligent. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the most important thing. If you start your life off, your day off, with understanding that I am brilliant and I'm intelligent and I'm walking out my calling. You may not understand what it is every day, but you still got to walk it out. The butterfly's got to be ready to fly. It has new wings, new tools. You have new tools, ladies and gentlemen, but you got to be ready to take those tools and take off. This is your world. This is the greatest time in history. We represent the Nick Cannon Foundation, and we want to say it everywhere we go. We are brilliant and intelligent. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. So we just want to also let everybody know to report to room 205, which is right in the back, where we're going to start the business plan competition and the elevator pitches with Mr. Nick Cannon and other panelists.
All right, I'm here with Marston Middle School right now, and they're doing a project where they're trying to reduce waste within our ocean. So I'm going to ask them a question about their project. What approaches have you guys taken to instill your project into neighboring communities?
We've recently written some letters to San Diego, to Starbucks across the street, saying to sort of reduce their use on their plastic straws. And the other class also made coloring books to send to elementary schools that have that inform them about what's happening to the ocean. You can continue on that.
Yeah, the books are about how to help with pollution and say what we need to do better on for San Diego Coast Keepers.
And you guys tell them how long you've been working on this project.
We've been working on it for the whole entire year. We've also made PSAs going to other schools, so other elementary schools, informing of how you can reduce your use on single-use items and stop global warming.
Little activists in the making. Oh, here's it. Okay.
Hey Hey guys, Nathan Hacker here, and we're inside the La Jolla High School video production room. We just outfitted this room with soundproof foam. Everybody's working really hard on it, and we'll be able to do sound work and Foley and voiceovers for the future bulletins and other projects. Let's go check out the studio though. Got some people coming back from working out. Robert's editing. Okay, sweet. So inside here, we're working on a new backdrop. And we've been hard at work at this thing. We just got those panels painted about a month ago, working on the set. Kerry, he got some sweet letters that we're going to put up that say LJHS in the back, and those are going to be really cool looking. We also got different 3-camera setup we're going to do. We got a PBS or KPBS board that they use to switch, which is pretty professional. This is pretty sweet audio. What do you think of it?
It's pretty neat. I used something like this a couple years ago, but it wasn't this advanced, I'd say.
It's pretty sweet. So this is called a TriCast, and TriCasts are used at small radio stations, or not radio stations, small television stations like KPBS, and it's pretty sweet. We got an audio board over here, and you see we got a whole bunch of random wires laying everywhere, trying to get everything organized as possible, so when we get the ground running, we could just go from there and make some great bulletins for you guys. And right in here, we got to mention the green screen. We're going to have that all set up pretty soon. I don't know, the sky's the limit for what we're able to do, and hopefully we'll be able to make some awesome stuff for you guys. So stay tuned and keep watching.
This is Freeburg's photography class, and what we do is walk around the school with our cameras, taking photos and learning the composition and basics of the camera, like ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. And with this, we can learn how to use the camera and like how to make a composition with the photo outside of school on our own.
Hi, I'm Katie. Hi, I'm Luke. This is our computer science graphics class. In this class, we learn how to use some basic programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. We can use this to make logos, to make website designs.
Yeah, and then you get to also mess around with like actual photos, edit them any way you like.
Hello, my name is Reina Perez, and I'm in Theater 3-4, and what we do is do the show props, and this is one of our props over there. And yeah, we write the boards, and we just fix what we have to fix.
Hi, I'm Miss Stewart, and I'm talking to you about the computer science program here at La Jolla. There are 3 courses that we have currently. There's Foundations of IT, and that course is basically a survey of different aspects of the computer industry. The second one is Computer Science Principles, and Computer Science Principles is where students get a little bit deeper into computer programming, developing applications, and understanding how computers work. And the third course is AP Computer Science A, where students really learn a programming language. It's the Java programming language. They learn it in depth and create their own game or other kind of program with the Java programming language, as well as taking the AP tests. So it's a really dynamic program, and come check out High Tech.
Hi, my name's Christopher Dove. This is Woodshop and Construction Tech. It's a pretty fun class. Right now we're designing our own projects. You can see people are working over there. And so we got a lot of creative freedom, and you just get to do what you want.
Wait from the patient. Shock will be delivered in 3,
So right after
2,
shock,
1.
I need somebody to start doing
Shock
pressure,
delivered.
right?
It is now safe to touch the
Okay,
patient.
get in line, get on the other
When
side.
instructed,
So you
give
can both
patient
do it.
30 rapid compressions.
One person
Then
starts,
give 2 breaths.
and the other person
Place
starts
heel
up.
of one hand on center of chest between nipples. Place heel of other hand directly on top of first hand. Lean over patient with elbows straight. Press the patient's chest down rapidly, 1/3 depth of chest.
If anybody
Then
else wants
release.
to try, go ahead and come
Start
on down and get on the
CPR.
other side.
Press, 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 press.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Anael again, and we're back with. We're back with Mira Mesa High School now, and we're going to ask them some questions. So they worked on a bacteria kit for us today. Will you explain the kits you put together for us?
So we actually have 4 kits. We have an enzyme kit, ocean acidification kit, and then we also have the main 2 that we work with, protein purification and bacterial transformation kits. These 2 kits that I mentioned last, protein and bacteria, we have to create media for them, so some sort of item, like organism to grow. And so we take these plates. These are called LB plates, or agar. And so this is what the bacteria will grow on. So we usually use mouse E. coli. And as you can see here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Probably not the camera, but we have E. coli growing on this plate. It's safe to use. And what we do is mainly turn this into this colored thing. And so you can see it's kind of this bluish purple. And what it does is taking part of this, and we alter the DNA in order to change it into this. And that's one of the main things that we do.
Cool. Thank you so much. Okay, and now we're just going to cut to a picture submission from La Jolla High School. I think that was a minute, so.
About like 18 seconds old.
I'm here with University City, and their project was to discover a little bit more about the different animating styles. My question for you guys is, what specific animating mechanisms do companies like Pixar and DreamWorks use for their animating films?
Well, Pixar and Disney and such, they use well, starting off, they use better technology and software than us, but we don't have access to that, so we use the cheap free stuff. So that's a first. But generally, we use the same mechanics as for setting up the animations and things. We start off modeling, or first off storyboarding. We storyboard what we want to have, and we put dialogue if you want dialogue, just basic cuts and things between the shots. Then you can go to modeling your scene, so setting up just basic like cubes, rectangles, things like that. And then you go to just defining it, so creating your characters, setting up like cars if you need cars, your sky, things like that. And then you can go into texturing, so applying your colors and things like that to your scene. And then you render it out, and it looks good.
Oof, animation in a nutshell.
We're back with Hoover High School, and we just wanted to ask them if they were planning on expanding their aquaponics and eco-cart systems throughout San Diego.
So yes, we are hoping to spread them out to the San Diego district, because we want to point out that aquaponics is a really good system to be shown out there and be more organic and sustainable. And for right now, we are hoping that the DEH, well, they already accepted us to be able to provide our own grown food to the cafeteria and serve it to our students in our school. So we do want this to come out in other schools to join into our project because it's a really sustainable project, and we hope that a lot of schools look into it.
Yeah, awesome. So what are you guys growing?
We are growing, okay, so we have different ones. We have cilantro, we have Roman red lettuce, I think, basil, and other more.
Awesome. So thank you so much for talking to us. And now let's cut to a clip. Yeah, we're going to cut to a video submission from Patrick Henry.
The class is POE, or Principles of Engineering. So far we've covered everything from the 6 simple machines down to bridge architecture, and now we're entering the software unit. I kind of like the depth that the class goes into, so you can get a good understanding of what it's about.
This is AP Computer Science Principles. We started off the year doing some basics, block coding with App Inventor, and now we've worked our way through Python, and we're now working with A-Frame, which is VR. My favorite part about the class has got to be, learning how to do new things with code and things that you never thought you'd be able to do before.
My favorite part of the class is getting time to work in class with Photoshop because it's expensive to use at home. Getting to work with other people in the studios and getting to take pictures outside of school.
Well, this class, we make logos, we make designs here. There's this thing that we could do at the end for City College where we could get transferable college credits and in a weight at the end of the grade, which is counted as 2 credits. Well, I really like making aesthetically pleasing designs. Like in graphic design, you make a lot of minimalistic things.
So in tech theater, you get to learn the basics of sound design, lighting design. My favorite part about tech theater is the opportunities it gives you after school to apply what you've learned to actual shows.
We work on numerous video projects, such as we created a montage, we did a commercial, and recently we worked on a stop motion video. So what I like about this class is really the creative side we can show while making our videos. We have a lot of freedom in what we can do with the videos, and the fact that we get to edit them ourselves really gives it our personal flair.
I'm in developmental psychology at Patrick Henry High School. So we mainly work with kids, usually elementary schools around Patrick Henry High. It goes up from kindergarten to 5th grade or 6th. My favorite part is just working with the kids because they're a lot more creative than like teenagers are, and I think like they're very funny to be around too because some of the things they'll say, and they're very smart. Like a lot of people they don't think elementary school kids are like all that smart, or they like kind of underestimate them, but they're actually very like funny and smart. So that's probably my favorite.
In screen printing, we both design and print shirts in our shop. I like screen printing because it enables us to be creative while also being productive. The students use the class as an outlet to express themselves and learn the process of screen printing.
Oh, they're live right now, by the way, just so you know. No extra pressure at all.
I'm here with Mariana from San Diego Tech, and she's going to tell me a little bit about her presentation. So what exactly did you guys do?
Yes, so our school, San Diego High, is split up into 3 different schools, and so what we wanted to do was to create a project that really showcase that even though we're broken up into 3 small schools, we are still united, and that we're not trying to tear each other down because we're focusing on different things. And so we're going to do that by creating an art project. And so all of the students collectively decided that we are doing a mosaic art piece. So that's just the format, or like the end product. So now we're at the point where we're trying to figure out what type of art piece, or not type, but like what the actual design is going to be. So these are some submissions from students, and we're really trying to find something that we could kind of meld together. So it's not just one student's art piece, it's kind of a collection of a bunch of them. So that's what we're doing.
What challenges are you guys facing right now?
So right now we're kind of facing the fact that we don't completely know where on campus our art piece is going to be, because our campus is going to be going through a lot of renovations in the next few years. So we're trying to figure out what section of the school is okay to implement or install the art piece. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge. Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big school, so you guys are, that'd be a huge challenge anyone could see.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll find somewhere that the art piece will be there for a really long time, since our school has been around since 1882. So we want to have like something that'll last for a while.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
We're here with Claremont High School today, and so they've made an Academy arcade for us. It's really cool. They have a bunch of vintage games if you wanted to go look at them, and we just wanted to know. We just wanted to know how you guys are planning on having this grow your community.
So outside of sports and really after-school activities, we don't have a way for us to interact, at school. So we have an empty room on campus, and that's where all these games are going to go. And it should be a place for everyone to interact, everyone to hang out, compete with your friends, and really just grow as a community and grow and learn to compete with each other in a more friendly way.
Awesome. Are you guys going to have only vintage video games like this, or are you going to have new ones too?
The reason we have all the vintage video games is because for this project we worked with clients and we worked with the teachers, and we got their favorite video games, and a lot of them like the nostalgia, and they went with little blast from the past, like the first Mario and the first Zelda. But as we grow this project and as we work more, we are going to add more games, yes. Awesome. The newer ones.
Well, cool. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it's awesome to see. Totally recommend coming down here. And now we're going to go to a picture submission from Lincoln High School.
I'm here with Adriana from Claremont High School, and she's going to tell me a little bit about her project. So how are you guys going to introduce these videos on the topic of human trafficking into school systems?
Well, recently judge just came up and told us to email the district attorney, Summer something, sorry, I don't know her name. And so if we email her, hopefully she'll be able to contact the admin and talk about them and allow us to go and present to other places and be able to provide information about what human trafficking is and the dangers and vulnerabilities about it.
And have you already decided on your approach to admin, or are you still kind of thinking the process through?
For right now, we're thinking about it. We really do want to do it. Like, it's such a big topic that it deserves to be known about, and we definitely want to talk about it to different people.
And my last question for you is, how long have you guys been working on this project?
So we started at the beginning of the semester, which is around January, so about 6 months, roughly. We've had to take a few breaks to learn other things, but we've mostly been focusing on this, and we've made PSAs in different classes. We've made our interactive videos, so mostly this entire thing in IT, we've been doing it for 6 months.
Well, you guys have a pretty awesome booth back here, so we're going to go and explore some more booths. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Here with Mission Bay High School, and today they've made a virtual reality video game for us to help us clean up the ocean. So if you could just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so my name's Jordan Grayson, and this is the rest of the team. we used a program called Unity Game Engine to make the app, and everything is student work. So we had students 3D modeling it, a student made the soundtrack for it, we programmed it, and essentially because we're a marine science and ocean-oriented school, we wanted to sort of ingrain that into our game, and especially the message or the issue of plastic pollution. And so the game, like one of the levels you go through and you pick up plastic, and that's how you get points. So we hope that people will want to play the game, and that in doing so they sort of get some of the messages about pollution in the ocean and plastic and things like that.
Awesome. Okay, I have one really important question,
Yes.
and that's, are there whales in the game?
Are there whales? There is a whale, and you get to swim with it. Yes.
Cool. What about sea otters?
No sea otters yet, but planned update. Yes.
Just as long as they're there.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your
thank
time.
you.
And yeah.
Yeah, have a great day.
Yeah, thanks. You too. And now we're going to go to a video submission from Mira Mesa High School.
I'm here with Ashley from Claremont High School, and their project was a little bit about the drug problems within San Diego. My first question for you is, how many people do you plan to reach with your project?
We plan to reach as many people as possible because reaching people with our project is very important to stop drug use and to stop people from using certain drugs that are going to ruin their lives.
How big of an impact do you think you'll have on San Diego as a whole?
I feel like we won't have much impact, but we will have impact on the people who read our poster and really understand what our project is about. We can impact so many people if we just get our information out there. We can help get a change in drug policies and whatnot, because fentanyl, although it is a prescribed drug, if it's not prescribed, they get it in big amounts, and it's only small amounts that it takes to kill people. And getting it mixed into drugs like heroin and cocaine makes it a lot more easier to get access to, and which is really scary because the opioid rates of death are going up, and we need it to go down.
Yeah. Well, you heard it from the lady here first. Now let's check on Anael and her information on impact cards.
I'm here today with Kearney's High School, and they've made a so just tell us what you made.
We made an impact card for students that are below 5th grade and also in 5th grade. So our target was elementary school.
Okay. Could you explain what the impact cards are?
So the impact cards are basic exercise movements. But since the younger children don't, since there's like a more obesity within. Since there is obesity within children in elementary, we want them to be more active in their PE hour.
How are you planning to implement these into the schools? Are you hoping for like a stricter school regimen, or?
So what we plan to do is have the exercise be more creative and fun for the elementary schoolers. So our target is what type of audience we have. Since we have kids lower than 5th grade, we have to combine the maturity and how they learn. So, like for example, the one we made was make beats to your feet, and it's basically jogging in place. But for like say kindergartners or 2nd graders, it sounds more fun because you're actually doing something. But for the 5th graders, they're gonna be doing the exercise, but also have like a more science lesson within their other hour of class instead of being outside.
Well, thank you so much. And we're going to go now to a picture submission from Mira Mesa High School.
I have Mackenzie here from Patrick Henry High School, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about her project.
So we created a bullet-resistant blanket to work during a school shooting and a public shooting. And we created this project because a Las Vegas shooting happened and 2 of our own new survivors. And we wanted to fix the problem of casualties and how many, because it has increased over the years. The first mass shooting was in 1949, and it was 13 people, and now we're to 57 people. So we wanted to have school safety and also public event safety.
Are you guys planning on mass production for your blankets for both schools and the general public?
We want to give it to the schools, and also public events can rent them. We don't want to give it to the mass public because there is a problem with the shooter having it and having protection. So schools will have it in each classroom, at least one, and then the public can also rent them out for like concerts and events that they go to.
Wow, this is a very noble project. You guys are doing really well. And I believe the next booth, I'm going to toss it over to Anael because the next topic is alcohol in the community.
I'm here with the Claremont High School board. This is for the From Sugar to Heroin substance use in our community about alcohol. So they actually aren't here right now, so I'm just going to present for them. But it's all about why teens drink and the addiction that teens suffer from. So it talks about on their board ethanol and alcohol use disorder, and it looks really good. So I hope whoever they are comes back to their booth so we can learn about it. But yeah, as soon as they come back, we'll just ask them some questions ourselves. But they worked with Kearney Mesa's DMD senior students and the SAY San Diego to research more about alcohol, and that's pretty much all I can tell you because they're not here. So now we're just going to cut to a video from James Madison High School.
This is Keegan from Claremont High School, and their project is people with prosthetic limbs. So what is the main problem that people with these disabilities have?
Well, the main problem that we're trying to solve is that a lot of high-end prosthetics can cost upwards of $20,000 and even into the mid-$100,000 range. So through 3D printing a lot of the major components, we can drastically cut down on material costs and allow people in lower middle class to lower class families to be able to afford functional and high-end equivalent prosthetics.
How long have you guys been working on this project?
We've been working on this project probably 7 or 8 weeks.
It's not a very long amount of time for how well you guys are doing. Okay, well, thank you so
I'm
much
back
for the interview.
with Claremont
and
High
I'm gonna
School.
toss it back on to Anael.
I'm here with Claremont High School with their Fight the Bite campaign. It's all about mosquitoes. So they created a PSA about how to stop the spread of mosquitoes in San Diego. So could you tell me a little bit more about how big this problem actually is?
Yes, I can. People in the San Diego and Claremont community don't know how big of a problem it actually is. So the San Diego Vector Control Program wanted us to produce a PSA about like how to prevent mosquito bites and how to prevent them breeding within your home. So, and they can cause yellow fever, Zika virus, West Nile virus, and with our PSAs and just this billboard shown, people taking pictures of it, we're hoping that the community can get a better idea of how dangerous it actually is and ways to prevent it from happening.
Cool. What's up with the flower? Like, is the plant specific to anything?
It's decoration. Yeah.
Good to know it's here to protect mosquitoes.
Yes.
Do you know any flowers that are good in preventing them, or?
I do not, actually.
Okay. I don't either, so. Well, cool. Thank you so much for talking to us. And now we're gonna go to a picture submission from, if I can find it. Okay, now we're just gonna go to a picture submission from Morris High School.
So today I'm here with students from Crawford High School, and their project was on something called CIP. Now, what exactly is CIP?
So the CIP is the California Innocence Project. So basically, we look into cases of people who were like actually put in jail and prison, and so we looked and see if we can find them actually innocent. Like if there's anything that we could see, and like we work on it for about 5 to 6 months. And we report back to the organization themselves on whether they should keep open the case or close it.
Now, what have you guys been working on together?
Well, as together we work on, like we are separated in groups, so like because you can't all work on one case at a time, so we each get separated in about like a 3 to 4 person group, and we each get a case.
Oh, that's some deep stuff. I hope you guys are able to help a lot of people. Let's find out what Aniel is doing.
Hi, I'm here with the Kearney DMD School, and they've worked on a campaign called I Have a Say in My Future. So they've talked about drug prevention and alcohol use and how to stop prescription drug use. So what specific area of drugs did you work on?
I worked in alcohol and did research about it and how it affects teens and how it affects the body.
Okay. How do you plan on using all this research you've done and incorporating it into your school systems and into your community?
For community, I could probably do like a service community, and like for school we did a health fair and we did articles and ran booths and did presentations about how dangerous it is.
Okay. Well, anything else you'd want to add?
Don't do drugs.
Ask her who her favorite teacher is.
Who is your favorite teacher?
It's Mr. Banta.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And now we're going to cut to a video from Point Loma.
We are the future of engineering.
I'm Casey. I'm in my third year for engineering, digital electronics right now, and I'm really interested in engineering course in the future because of Project Lead the Way. Project Lead the Way and these engineering courses have definitely impacted my outlook on my future and definitely goals and what engineering course I want to pursue in the future.
I'm Sarah Thompson, and I'm currently in Principles of Engineering, but I've also taken the Digital Electronics class and Intro to Design, all three of which have allowed me to participate in a robotics team where I 3D model and have made me realize how much I do love STEM and want to pursue it in college. Yeah, so I am vice president of a club on campus called WISTEM, and our main goal is to introduce girls on campus into STEM and show them that it's a viable career path and something that many have done before them and is a great way to pursue college, and there's many different things they can do outside of it with this sort of knowledge.
All right, will you start off by telling your names and what school you guys go to?
I'm Stephanie Nunez. I go to Hoover High School.
Carolina Rieta, Hoover High School.
I'm Jason Lee, and I go to Hoover High School as well.
And what project are you guys working on?
We did a POP project, which was essentially building a positive online presence, which we were given an essential question, which was how do we build a safe, healthy, positive online presence in our community?
What inspired you guys to do this?
So as teenagers and as, youngsters, we all like to use and, we rely on the internet and online. And we want to find ways to point out the negative aspects and solve them so that none of us can, be affected by it.
Well, I hope you guys do even better and continue to make the internet a better place. I'm going to cue you guys over to Anael to see what she's doing right now.
I'm here with Kearney DMD and their SAVE project. So if you guys could just tell me a little bit more about it.
Alright, so we call this project SAVE, and why it's called SAVE, it stands for Serve and Volunteer Every Day. And why it's called that is because we're connected with the USS Midway Museum and with the volunteers on board. So what we do, our students are breaking up into groups of 4, and we work with, each group we have a volunteer. Each group we have a volunteer, and we work with that volunteer, and we build personal connections, and we talk about how their life was before they volunteered and why they're volunteering now and how it's going now while they're volunteering. And we do that because we're trying to raise awareness to get more volunteers to volunteer at the USS Midway Museum. And why we do that is to appreciate their work and their civic engagement with our community and with us.
Okay, so you're really just hoping to accomplish more of an outreach sort of and a lot more volunteer work and support?
Yes, so our goal, our first goal is to raise awareness about our volunteers and what they do and appreciate their work. And we do, we have these recruitment posters which are to be posted on the USS Midway Museum, and for when people pass by they read it and, oh, that's nice, oh, I want to do that. And we want to get more volunteers to work with the USS Midway.
Okay, well, awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us. Yeah. And now we're going to go to a picture submission from Patrick Henry.
Will you guys start off by telling me your names and your school?
Hello, my name is Russell De Guzman, and I'm from Morse High School.
And I'm Darren Abrams from Morse High School.
What are you guys presenting today?
So today we have a Thai spice chicken breast inside of a panini. So it's actually a peanut butter that's locally sourced here in San Diego and a orange marmalade, all put into a panini.
What made you guys want to do this as a project?
So it actually wasn't a project. It was a competition that we were preparing for, and we just thought, what could we put inside of a peanut butter jelly sandwich to make it sound not basic? So we actually put it together, and this exact sandwich actually won us in 2 divisions.
Have you guys created other sandwiches like this before?
To be honest, no. This is the most creative thing we've ever created, to be honest.
Well, you guys are doing a really good job. These are our future chefs in San Diego. Now let's see who Anael is interviewing. Thank you, guys.
I'm here with Point Loma High, and today they have a sanitation kit for homeless people given the recent hepatitis A outbreaks, and they're just going to tell us a little bit about that. So could you tell us more about what's in the sanitation kits?
So mainly in the sanitation kits, there are a lot of just toiletries and everyday use that we take for granted. So for instance, we have wet ones, some Purell, deodorants, soap, shampoo, just things that keep people clean. Yes.
So what are you hoping to accomplish by doing this?
So
we hope to accomplish being able to alleviate the hepatitis A outbreak a little bit and provide San Diego with a cleaner and healthier homeless population.
Awesome. So other than doing this, what other actions are you guys taking to help prevent the outbreaks?
So other than producing these kits, we are just continuing to keep in contact with the Alpha Project with their other projects that they have, such as the tent cities and other projects that they have put up throughout the San Diego County.
Could you explain really quickly what the Alpha Project is?
So the Alpha Project is a nonprofit human services organization that helps homeless populations in the San Diego County. And so, for instance, Tent City at Sports Chalet, that's by the Alpha Project. And we're hoping that the Alpha Project is able to bring this project along and help the homeless population.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for talking to us. Yeah. And now we're going to cut to a video from SCPA.
I'm here with some students of Mission Bay High School. Will you guys start by telling me your name?
Oh, I'm Sonia Caetano.
I'm William Freet.
And what did you guys do in your project? Oh, I'm sorry.
So our project, basically, us as the biology students, we were asked to find a protein off the protein database. It's a website, fitting into some certain specifications, based how large it is, what's there. And then we looked into how it was made, its function, all of that. And then afterwards we gave that information to an engineering student who then 3D modeled it and printed it out on our 3D printers.
What do you guys plan on using this information for?
We're hoping that this research, because it's mainly about providing a visual and physical model of proteins for future biology and engineering kids, we're hoping that basically it has a really educational purpose on seeing how proteins interact and work and how it can go into fields of biomedical engineering, so that can prevent diseases, see how interactions of proteins work in the body, and many other things are really helpful to our health and to the future of science. So we're hoping that that research really contributes to that process, and basically the study of proteins and teaching kids how they work and can interact through visual models. Yeah.
What is the target age group? Are you aiming it at elementary kids or middle schoolers? What are you trying to focus in on?
It would probably be higher level kids, so probably mostly high school, probably, yeah, I'd imagine, yeah.
For your peers, for future reference? Well, thanks for looking out for our kids.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for the interview. Let's find out what Aniel is doing.
Hi, I'm here with Roberto from Hoover High School, and they have a really interesting invention to show us. So if you could just tell us a little bit more about your project.
All right, so our project is based on the problem that in the mid-city area there happens to be a large amount of lack of parking in the area. And so it's really hard for anyone to find any parking, which causes a lot of traffic because people are just circling around, and which also increases our carbon footprint. So what we want to do is create a series of parking lots, basically. But instead of having your regular single parking space, we want to implement this idea of stacked parking, So then it would basically be a device that you can put one car on it, it will rise it up, so then another car can fit under it. And that will help double up the parking in the mid-city area.
So how are you planning to implement this huge concept?
So using ArcGIS, we created a vicinity map, which pinpoints exact locations where we found vacant parking lots or vacant buildings where we find it's the best, both efficiency and cost-wise, to implement our project there. It will, of course, it will take a few years maybe to install everything, but once it's all up and running, it should be able to work a lot faster, and it should be able to bring income.
Awesome. What areas are you looking at building?
Right now, we're looking for two of the main streets in the mid-city area, which is University Avenue and El Cajon Boulevard, because these two streets are known for their heavy amount of traffic, and because they happen to also be one lane, so there's rarely any parking area there.
Cool. Thanks so much. Maybe we'll see some double-stack cars lately in a few years. And now, thank you, by the way, we're just going to go over to a picture submission from Point Loma High School. I'm here with Claremont High School again and some lovely students, and they're doing a campaign called A Twisted Life, which is about type 2 diabetes. So if you guys could just tell me a little bit more about it.
So our game is called A Twisted Life. It's based on the original game called Twister, but we modified it so that we have healthy and unhealthy options, and based on the options you choose, you get to choose an unhealthy life and face the consequences, or live a healthy life with healthy choices.
Well, okay, so I read there's 3 solutions you guys came up with about diabetes. Could you tell me a little bit about them?
So one of our solutions was like how minor factors could really affect in the long run, like how fast food chains in each community, and there's not a lot of like healthy food chains, like for example Whole Foods or like Vaughn's. It can really affect your life. Like people would usually go to like the fast food, which is cheaper and most closest. But in the long run, it's not going to affect your health or your life. Like it can mess up your life completely. So like it could get you heart problems, get higher risk for a heart attack, and could even get you diabetes.
Well, is there anything else, like how you guys would like to apply these new solutions you found?
Well, the whole purpose of the game was to open people's eyes, and mostly little kids, because they don't know what they eat. They don't know if it's good or if it's bad for them. So we want them to be aware of everything they eat. It can be either good or bad for them. So that's...
Well, thank you guys so much from Claremont High School. And now we're going to cut to a video submission from Scripps Ranch.
I'm here with some students from Claremont High School. Will you guys tell me your name?
I'm Devin.
I'm Emily. I'm Fiona. And what is your guys' project?
Our project is titled The Ups and Downs of Diabetes. It's about diabetes and prediabetes prevention.
So what was the main focus? What are you guys trying to accomplish with this project?
We're really trying to educate and encourage our community to live healthy lifestyles, and with this game, we've taught people how to make healthy decisions to make a healthy lifestyle.
How long have you guys been working on the project?
Our whole freshman year, we've been...
Are you guys still freshmen? Yeah, okay. So the entire school year, basically. Was it the main focus of your studies, or did you incorporate it with all the different units that you were doing?
Yeah, so we're in the Health and Medical Academy at our school, and so we have been focusing on diabetes for the entirety of the year. Was that the question?
Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Let's cut to Anael.
This is Anael again, back with Mission Bay High School, who have created a candy bar all on their own to help raise funding for sports. So if you guys could just tell us a little bit more about how you decided to make a candy bar.
So this is also a project that will be done for next year, kind of labeling the design process, the brainstorming, the first draft, and then going back, reiterating it. So this project kind of, we're setting the foundations for an engineering project.
Okay. Well, did you want to just limit it to sports funding like it said, or did you want to expand that to funding for other programs in your school?
Oh, it could be really like sold anywhere. Like sporting events is kind of a main way that we'll try to sell it, but if companies around the school want to take in our candy bar and sell it, that would be great too.
Okay, so you're willing to mass produce it outside of just your school?
Yeah, so one of the end goals is to be able to like automize manufacturing of all the candy bars and create a lot of them.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to cut now to one of our last submissions from San Diego High.
Hi, what school are you from?
I go to Kearney School of Engineering, Innovation, and Design.
Nice. What's your name?
Alyssa.
And what year are you in?
I'm a freshman.
What is your project? What have you guys been working on?
So, as freshmen at Kearney School of Engineering, Innovation, and Design, we participated in the 2018 Solar Cup, a competition in which high school teams sponsored by the Metropolitan Water District competed, built, and designed solar boats, and we raced them at Lake Skinner in Temecula.
How long have you guys been working on the project?
We started in the beginning of the year. We built the boat in, I'm not sure of the exact month, I believe it was October or November.
Did you guys do everything from scratch? Were you making your own plans and everything?
Yes, we did get, we did get a few parts as hand-me-downs from other schools. We recycled them. And so yeah, it was really fun working with adults who are in the STEM field, and they were helping us a lot, and it was great.
What do you want to use your project for?
Well, we did race it last weekend at Temecula, and we won second place, yes. And I feel as though the skills that we learned are going to stick with us for a while, especially when we look for careers in the STEM field.
Are you trying to pursue a career in the STEM field?
Yes. Actually, everyone on our team is. We want to be a form of engineer or architect, so we're all really aiming towards that. We take an environmental engineering class at the moment, so we learn a lot in that class. So right now we're working on the miniature versions of this boat on computer-aided design programs.
Now, is it just that class that you've been working on this, or has it been all of your classes combined as a big project?
It's been all of our classes combined. We do the math in our math class, and we had to write a technical document and a PSA. So we wrote the technical document in our English class, and it was a 10-page document, and it was hefty, not gonna lie. Yeah, and we also made a video public service announcement. We used our English language arts skills to look for our audience and the purpose while writing our PSA.
No wonder it took a year's worth of work.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really stressed out.
Yeah, it was really stressful going into the Solar Cup because we weren't sure if it would even float. It would be the first time we had it in water. Yes, and we did surprisingly well. Other boats caught on fire, sunk, didn't work, but we were not any of them, so it was awesome.
Well, that's really good. Congratulations, you guys. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you. Let's find out what Anael is doing in the next booth.
This is Anael back again with Griffin and Nathan from Kearney's Engineering, Innovation, and Design School. And today they have a really interesting product to show us. It's a solar charging panel. If you guys could just tell us a little bit about it.
So the project is designed to help students with nomophobia. Nomophobia is the fear of not being able to access your phone or information easily. So one thing we noticed at campus was students really had a hard time being away from their phones. They wanted to have easy access to information. So the administration of our school actually asked us to design a solar charging station that we could have produced at the school. The one behind us is one that we actually produced in the last week and a half. It's all student work. Everything was done actually pretty easily. So this really what we're hoping to do is produce these at the school. We've been thinking about maybe trying to get some other schools to do work on this, talk a little bit of outreach. I'm part of the robotics program. I'm hoping to get Nathan here in the next year, doing outreach with educating kids on renewable energy and maybe trying to get these done in some of the local schools there.
Cool. Well, are you guys hoping maybe one day it'll go global? Yeah.
Yeah, we really just want to expand this project a lot more because we believe that using this green energy is just really helpful for the environment, and we want to encourage schools and maybe even community parks to use it.
Awesome. Well, if it's not already, when will this be in full effect?
We've done some small testing at the school. We're hoping to do get this one out at the end of the week, get some feedback more from students. We've done some small testing within our individual class grade. We're hoping to do 3 more of these if the administration will let us. That way we can get 1 at each corner of the school, have a total of 4. Get the word out more about using renewable energies to not only reduce the amount of power the school is having to draw, but getting more of a focus on that next generation of critically thinking about how we're going to solve energy issues and the impact on the environment.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for talking to us. So now we're going to cut to a video, our last one, from San Diego High School.
Tech support. This is a really boring thing, so I'm just gonna work it now.
You don't like your project no that much?
It was interesting for us. It's not interesting to
I feel that, yeah.
It's like us, we interviewed people and we wrote about them, but it was nothing cool. It was just we learned how to write a case study, And for our academy of the work.
I'm here with some girls from Claremont High School, and they're going to tell me a little bit about their project and what they've been working on over the past few months. What are your names?
I'm Cameron.
I'm Megan.
And what have you guys been working on?
You want to start?
Okay, I'll start. So we've been working on Introduction to Successful Entrepreneurship. So in this project, we learned about how to be an entrepreneur and how to start a business and how you should act.
So we examined case studies in order to interview our entrepreneurs successfully. Then our academy brought in a group of entrepreneurs, and we each dressed up formally and asked them all of our questions in order to study their traits, characteristics, and habits. And then one of our most important questions was the 6 steps of decision making.
So those are identify the decision, identify the choices, evaluate the pros and cons, select one choice, act on the choice, and finally reflect on your decision. And through those 6 steps, you get to learn what it's like to be an entrepreneur and what their thought process is every single time they think of anything or they do anything. And yeah.
So each of us made a presentation on our entrepreneur, and one of the most successful entrepreneurs that we found was
Eric
Burkmeyer.
Burkmeyer, which was her entrepreneur, and each entrepreneur had a problem and they came up with a solution for it. And they had to work really hard to get over all of their struggles, and they really had to make a breakthrough, and that's how they became successful. And Eric, his problem came up when he was skateboarding at night and he fell. So he came up with headlights to put underneath his skateboard, which are called shed lights.
It took him over 100 different 3D prototypes to come up with a product that finally worked. And now he's actually selling them like quite often online. You can go on shredlights.com, guys. He also has electric skateboards that have shred lights attached to them. Yeah, it's really cool.
How long have you guys been working on this project?
We worked on it for about 3 months, I think it was. Yes. But like it wasn't constantly. It was like whenever we could in class, we would like, and then like there'd be designated days where we'd like talk to entrepreneurs, or we went to the Zon Innovation Center at SDSU, which was really cool because there we heard about more entrepreneurs and heard their ideas.
At the Zip launch pad at SDSU, these entrepreneurs were college students, which is really different because they don't have as much money, nor do they have as much time, but they were still just as successful and just as ambitious, which was really great as a student to see. And we really just learned about all their different thought processes, and each entrepreneur really shared the mentality of risking everything in order to get everything that they've ever wanted.
Well, thank you guys so much for the interview. That was
Thank
very
you.
interesting.
Thank you.
I wonder what's next for the agenda. I hope Anael's doing okay.
We're back with Kearney High, and we're going to talk today about their idea for the Liberty Station Veteran Center. So if one of you could just tell me a little bit more about it.
So currently it's just a development plan. It's still not under construction. We are going to try and submit it to the city as a design proposal. And if we can get it to be submitted and approved, then hopefully we'll be able to build it. And if we can build it, we'll try to implement as many rooms and as many different concepts and different things that we'll be able to submit for the veterans to be able to have the best stay that they can.
So our proposal is to build a veteran center. So we got together with many veterans that suffer from PTSD or other mental disabilities, and they gave us their best ideas of what we could implement to our project. So we got like a gym, a garden, many things that they would want to have in their project. In our project, we designed the whole building, exterior and interior. We even got the physics of the loads and the roof, and like the weight of the stuff that has to that contributed to the project. And what else do we have? So we went through a design process. First, we brainstormed our ideas, created like a bubble diagram. Then we created a bubble diagram and, placed our ideas in the first floor, got renderings, and submitted the project.
Well, thank you guys so much. And now we're going to go back to Asa.
I'm here with some students at Madison High School, and I'm about to interview them. So what is your name?
Odin Metzger.
And what are you guys working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on our diver scallop ceviche, on a watermelon gelée, and a cucumber salad.
How long have you been working on this recipe?
We've been working on this recipe since the beginning of the year. Our entire competition was about, really knowing our dishes and making sure that everything was perfect. So this is, one of the 10th times I've probably made this meal before, so yeah.
Well, it's a good strategy to practice. Thank you guys so much for the interview. Let's see what's happening with Anael.
Here with Hoover High today, and we just wanted to talk a little about hydroponics and how it relates to plants. So could you just explain really quickly what hydroponics is?
Yeah, so basically hydroponics is a way of growing plants without the use of soil, and we replace it with water.
So are you guys planning to implement that at your school in a garden, or?
Well, we were approached by Urban Life and the YMCA next to our school to help them with their rooftop garden.
Well, that's really cool. Okay, yeah. Are you planning on selling anything either?
I don't think so. No.
Just YMCA?
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much for talking. Yeah. Sorry. Have a good day. We'll go back to ASA, okay?
So will you tell us your name?
Joseph.
And what have you been working on?
I have been working on this go-kart. This is my capstone senior project, and it is a 17 horsepower, 172 kilogram beast of a cart.
Nice. Now, how long did this take you to make?
This took about 3 months. I started on it in October, and I worked on it until about January.
That's a lot of hard work. Well,
3 months for something like this is a fairly quick design process. And that's starting from zero. So that's before I do any sort of computer automated design, and including all the manufacturing, assembling, and prototyping testing.
that's a lot of work to do. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
What's happening with On IO?
Hi, I'm here with the Kearney DMD and the C and Me project. So could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this year we worked with the the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. And so basically their mission is to educate the world on environmental topics. And this year we were tasked to inform our audience, which could be adults, children, teens, or family units. Mine specifically was adults. But basically we're informing them about the coral crisis. And a way I did that was by informing them about ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is a chemical reaction that occurs in the water due to our CO2 emissions, like by human activity. We increase the acidity of the water and reduce the amount of carbonate ions. And carbonate ions are essential for the survivability of the coral reefs because it builds their skeleton. So with the reduction of CO2, we reduce the amount of carbonate ions and therefore killing the most diverse marine ecosystem. So we created products, like we even created a whole website which consists of videos and posters that we made to inform our audience about our topics.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. Yeah, and my name is Anael, and it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, so will you tell me your name?
My name is Marshall Cobb. I'm from James Madison High School.
What have you guys been working on?
Basically, what we've been working on for the past 2 years, I believe, is different variable timing engines that certain manufacturers have been developing, and a lot of mechanics aren't really developing new workers in that scenario, so we're investing more time into that in order to get better. Yeah.
Put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years. What grade does that equate then?
Well, I'm a senior. This guy's a junior, and he's a freshman. So I've been working on it the longest, but these guys, by the time they get to be my grade, they'll be surpassed. I don't know. Yeah, surpassed what I've already done.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
really simple. Yeah.
That was easy.
Quick and easy, yeah, right? That's it. All right. Thank you, guys.
They're gonna turn you up right now.
Huh?
They're gonna turn you up right now.
Who? Okay. All right. We got about 1 minute, and then they can go up.
Yeah, it's gonna have to do it. So, as you guys know,
All right. So we'll just wait here, and once they're finished, then we'll be like, I do my part. Yeah. And then you're going to introduce. Okay. It's so much easier with this too, because we can just hold it like this. Yeah. I give it to you, and you're going to introduce them.
Hello.
Red too.
Yeah.
Are they in the back? You want me to go?
Hello.
Tell them I need it on now because they're going to be finishing up and I need to be able to talk.
Ansel, I need that mic. Testing, 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 testing.
Do you want me to run back there?
No, effort. James, can you
Testing.
Ansel to turn the mic up on 2 red? This guy's not listening to me. That's 2 red. Red.
Testing, 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 testing. Run back there. Testing. The mic's not working. They're not turning it on. So I gotta like.
Just walk over to the far side.
Okay.
Testing.
Okay. Woo! Wow, everybody, give it up for Point Loma Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Okay. They are the 4-man unarmed exhibition drill team, commanded by Embale Smith, and the team includes Haley Garcia, Alexandria Rodriguez, and Claire Reth. Let's give it up for them one more time.
All right, and next to the stage we have Point Loma High School JROTC 4-man armed exhibition drill team, commanded by Samantha Smith. The team includes Josephine Hart, Morgan Melby, and Christina Picard.
Just talking to it when you're ready.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. We got it to work. So watch out because the camera's right there. righty. Give it up one more time for the cadets of the Point Loma Navy JROTC and their teacher, Lieutenant Commander Christina Pickett. Okay, who's on?
All right, so now we will be entering the award ceremony for the 2018 College Career and Technology Education Showcase. Once again, my name is Stowat.
And I'm Tiara. Okay. Everybody, okay. We are part of a group of student ambassadors from Sarah High School under the instruction of Mr. Joe Smith over there. We're also the ones who greeted you guys as you entered, and we will be wishing you guys a great night as you guys leave. This afternoon's showcase was an opportunity for students to show off their projects that address real-world problems. Students worked under the skillful leadership of their teachers and the watchful, helpful eyes of business professionals from throughout the greater San Diego area. Please show your appreciation for our teachers and business professionals with a round of applause.
This year we have the opportunity to partner and host for the second year in a row for America's Teen Mogul Showcase as part of the CCTE Showcase. This is a competition sponsored by Nick Cannon and a San Diego native.
Okay, everybody, that's it for now. Thank you. everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, guys. Do better than that. Hey, hey, hey. Woo! There we go. Okay. So we have a few words from Mr. Al. He would like to say a few things to us. So if you guys can please welcome Mr. Al, Mr. Love back to the stage.
I have to extend congratulations to our MCs. Tiara, is this Tiara? Tiara, right? And I want to congratulate her. I know she's going away to the Coast Guard Academy. She graduates this day from Sarah. I want to give her a hand for choosing to serve. Congratulations. Can you guys hear me in the back? Okay. I introduced myself earlier. I'm Al Love, and I'm the director of San Diego Unified School District's College and Career Technical Education. You guys have all been witnessing the work we do today. You've looked and you've seen our industry partners, some of which have been recognized, some that have not. I know that I didn't recognize our partner, the Maritime Alliance. Any of my Maritime Alliance board members that are still here, just kind of raise your hand. They have been supporting us as we get our hands in the Blue Tech cluster. The Blue Tech, for any of you that don't know, is really about ocean-related STEM, water-related technologies, and it's really talking about jobs of the futures. As I look around, we are waiting on the conclusion of our business plan competition, and once that's completed, we will escort Nick Cannon and our judges up to the stage, and they will indicate to us the winners, first, second, and third place in the Nick Cannon America's Next Teen Mogul Challenge. It's really been a great partnership working with them, and we look forward to doing it. It's our third year. We look forward to doing it for time to come. So with that said, let me bring Tiara back up here, and we're going to begin the awards ceremony. All yours.
All righty, everybody. Woo! Okay. So as you can see, we have a very special guest off to the side, Mr. Nick Cannon. Can we have a round of applause? Okay. So we want to thank Nick for being with us tonight. We want to give a big thanks to the culinary art students from Garfield, Hoover, Madison, Mira Mesa, Lawrence, San Diego, and Wagenheim. Did I say that right? Wagenheim? Wagenheim, sorry. I'm not a native San Diegan. Okay. Okay, so can we have one more applause for all of them? Okay.
This year, for the fourth year in a row, Nelson's Photo is sponsoring the photo competition. Nelson offered to provide the prizes and participate in the judging for this year. So thank you for Nelson.
Alrighty, so how'd you guys like the food? Woo! Yeah, you guys liked it a lot? Okay, alright, what about you? Did you like it?
The food was great.
It was great? Okay, I liked it. I was pretty hungry. Okay, can we welcome Nick up here, please?
Supposed to do?
I don't know, did you eat any food?
I did. Oh, I did. All of the food was amazing. I got a chance to hang out, and I'm full. Thank you, all the culinary parts. So, did we decide who's going to be the photo?
Yeah, we're announcing it right now.
We're not. Am I announcing it?
No, you will announce it.
I get to announce it. All right. So, is it right here? Show me where I have to.
Right up here.
Why are you guys giving me all the pressure?
Well, you're a special guest.
All right. So. The best culture photo, is it a school? Or?
Okay, so.
Usually they tell me who the winner is.
Oh, okay. Can we have a 2-minute standby, please? Just wait.
You didn't make a decision yet?
Oh, no.
I know which one I like the most.
Okay. 2-minute standby. 2 minutes. Wait. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go. And we had the opportunity I signed all of them, but it goes to Mira Mesa High School.
Say your name, color. Melody.
Melody, I want to make sure I don't mess this up. Matsuda. Melody here. Is Melody here?
Melody, come forward. Melody.
Great.
Okay, here we go. Here's the two.
All right, next
right
up.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, I signed them all.
You signed them all.
Right here.
I'll take that.
Also, from Mira Mesa High School, same Tom. Sign that one too.
Sign that one too.
Moores High School. Sergio Quiroz. Sergio, where you at? Sergio. All right.
Go here. Okay, let's come up here. Okay, we'll do a picture afterwards.
We're gonna take a picture afterwards with everyone. Moores High School again. Daisy Moreno. In Mira Mesa High School, once again, Matthew Natividad.
Great.
Photo.
Come up this way, Sergio. Come right here. All right, that's it. Everyone right here.
Do I get the claim?
Come closer, Alfie. Ready, Alfie? 1, 2, 3. One more.
Awesome. Great job. Congratulations. And the overall photo winner, because obviously we did it by school, our winner is Give It Up for Mira Mesa High School.
Thank you,
sir. Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
One of the coolest awards, too.
Thank you.
Ready?
Next video award.
Next up is the video award.
Have Dean Darley come forward.
Yeah, you got it. It's your world. I'll just be like Vanna White.
Oh man, you got this sold out. Wow. Okay, guys. So now we will announce our video awards. Please welcome Dean Darley.
All right, this year we asked the video programs to promote their CTE programs on their campus. And the winner this year goes to Mira Mesa and Dr. James Ernest. Come on up.
You're accepting it on his behalf. The coolest award. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Next. Cool of the cool.
Okay, you get this, Tierra. Come on.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So now we have the coolest award that's coming up. I don't know how to pun with that. I'm really bad with puns, but I tried. So we have the coolest award. So to introduce it, we have our coolest director of college, career, and technical education, Mr. Al Love again.
Okay, you guys should know me by now. So the winner of the coolest award is how can we do more with less? Hoover High School, come on up to the stage. Come on up, Hoover. Okay, we'll bring him right here. You get the whole hand it to them. I'll stand on this side, we'll take our picture. Then you guys all get up here. Come on up, come on up. There we go, there we go. You got them all? Congratulations, Hoover.
All right, guys, give it up for them one more time. So while most of us were deciding the coolest project, a group of over 10 judges made up educational professionals, business professionals, and some students were visiting each booth and interviewing each student participants to decide which teams would win the runner-up banners. So now we will be introducing the winners for the banners.
Wow, we have seen such a wonderful display of interdisciplinary project work tonight. I want to thank all of the business professionals, parents, teachers, and especially our wonderful students that made this night possible. Let's give everyone a round of applause. All of the written responses to the project design elements were scored before tonight, and all of those scores have been tallied and added to the scores of the booths that the judges went around and gave you points for tonight. The scores were very close, and choosing a winner is always very difficult, but this really just demonstrates the good leadership in the classroom and the good leadership provided by the business professionals who partnered with the students. Each of you should be very proud of your hard work, and without any further ado, this is what we've all been waiting for, your winners. So the winner for the open runner-up is Marston Middle School. Change your emotions, save the ocean. Congratulations. This is the only middle school that we had participating, and they did amazing.
There you go. Congratulations, Marston. Great job, lady.
In the open category, our champion is Kearney EID Maxwell Electric Go-Karts. And in our rookie category, our runner-up is Kearney EID Solar Cup 2018. champion is Kearney EID Liberty Station Veterans Center.
Come on up. Congratulations, guys. Slide over. Come on, slide over, slide over. Slide over.
Why am I all the way down?
You can get them all in. That way you make sure. Come on down there. All you guys come on down. Let's put this in the middle. Put that in the middle. All right.
All right. Look at this camera right here. In the front. Look at the camera. Right, right.
That's it. Thank you. Guys, congratulations again, Kearney.
Congratulations, guys.
Okay, and finally our veteran category. The runner-up in the veteran category is Hoover. How do you do more with less?
Congratulations. Get some of you in the front here. Looks like we have to get more than some of you in the front. Come on up here. There we go. And don't cover any faces. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys. Congratulations. Good job. Good job.
And our veteran team champion is Crawford, the Freedom Seekers.
Come on up, Crawford. Come on, all the way over. Let's see, do we need more room? We need a little more room for Crawford to make it out of the podium. We want to get slide over a little more. And then one of you can hold this. That's it. There we go.
Hey, you're out of jail now. You can smile.
Congratulations to all of our winners and to everyone who entered and showcased their best efforts tonight.
Can we get one more round of applause for all the winners? There was one school that we did forget to mention, but Claremont High, I believe they're also here too. Woo! There you guys are. Sorry about that. You guys are awesome, by the way. So thank you again for being here, for letting us announcing our winners.
We look forward to seeing you guys again next year, and make sure that you guys stay incredible. Good night, everybody.
Stay incredible. Woo! Have a great night. Oh my gosh.
We're back. Ron Highsmith with the Nick Cannon Foundation. We just want to say thank you for all the students that participated in America's Team Mogul Competition. We heard some amazing concepts in the back. So what we wanted to start out, first of all, before Nick announces the winners, we want to acknowledge, we have some honorable mentions. And these were the ones that had some brilliant concepts.
Oh my goodness.
And so we'd like to acknowledge them. So when I call your
not
team
yet.
name, if you're still here, we'd like for you to come to the stage and we're going to give you a certificate and get a group picture with Nick. So the first honorable mention will be desktop organizer from Madison High School.
You rolled with it. It was good. It was good.
The second one is Bullet Block from SCPA.
I didn't have, so like Nick can't.
Team Phoenix from SCPA. And Car Kids from SCPA.
Wrong team went up there, so they're kind of confused. I'm not sure.
It was like solar something. Solar Cup. Okay, so a different team came up and taken the Solar Cup kids.
Desktop organizer? Yeah. We gotta get you.
And so now they're standing over there going, I think it's really yours. And then I'm going, they don't know. So are they being fair? Oh, they've been very nice about it, but I think the guys need to address it. They think they went up by accident. I announced that one. I announced it and have the right team come up to it. Thank you.
There you go. Almost. There you go.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Leave it.
Guys.
At the end, when they're done, they'll be done. Get up, say thank you, see you again. There you go. There's a little confusion on script. Hand it over. Great job. Leave it to them. And then.
You got 3 more? Good.
He was done.
I want to make 3 more acknowledgments of folks that have really been instrumental in making this happen from the academic standpoint. So we have the 2018 Incredible Academic Executive, Ms. Betty Jo Acker. Hold up. And we also have the 2018 Incredible Business Executive, Ms. Brittany Ferguson. Ms. Brittany Ferguson. Brittany was one of our, she helped teach some of our workshops. So we want to acknowledge you as our incredible business executive for 2018. No problem. And finally, we'd like to also acknowledge Roxanne Carrasco, who's from SCPA.
Hyped up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we know it's been an extremely long and inspiring day, and I honestly want everyone to give yourselves a round of applause for being so inspirational. A room full of leaders, a room full of innovators, and again, next year, I want to have the opportunity to build at every station, every booth, and every capacity. I got a chance to hang out with some of the culinary students this time. I didn't get to do that last year, and next year I want to make sure we create an entire incredible experience. And speaking of incredible, that hashtag Be Incredible is what my company is all about, the media company, the electronics company, and even the entrepreneurial component we will actually get the opportunity to give out some product and a cash prize. Hopefully next year we'll be able to implement the entire incredible experience for every section of our summit. But I'm gonna be selfish and only say we're gonna reward the ones that I was involved in today. So, but honestly, all the young people in here are truly powerful. So I know we're gonna continue to build with the San Diego School District to kind of take it there. But for our Entrepreneurial America's Teen Mogul Summit, for our best elevator pitch, it goes to Bullet Block.
Wait, what happened? Bullet block again. Was there two? What? Oh, that better not have happened again. Oh shoot. Oh hell no! What's going on? Oh no! What we do? What we do? Should we go up and say something? No, we're gonna screw it. Hey Schmidt, should we go say something? Go up there? Okay. I think we got mixed up again. Yeah.
All right, from Kearney High School, third place runner-up for the American Teen Mogul Summit. EasyCom, let's give it up for him. There, where's he at? There's one. Yeah. EasyCom, third place. There he is. Oh yeah, that's all good. And in second place, a great product from Mission Bay, Techno Flash.
Where are they at? I think my makeup's running under my eyes.
That woman from Claremont, she kind of scared me. The one who came in about that. Oh, the kids were happy.
And our first place winner for the $2,500 check goes to Eco Tea.
We need another photo with the Kearney group. Come on up, Kearney. Come on up. Oh, Nick.
I'll be right back.
I can actually slide the podium now. Okay, it's our Kearney runner-up, rookie division. Wow, well thank you for attending the 14th annual CCTE Showcase. This concludes our presentation. Drive safe, we'll see you next year. Give yourselves a round of applause.